Folks in the federal government, the overwhelming majority, they work really hard doing really important stuff. And I don't know why it is that, I don't know when it was that somehow working for government, whether at the state or local or federal level, somehow became not a real job. You know, when you listen to some of the Republican rhetoric sometimes, you think, well, this is really important work. So it frustrates me when I hear people acting as if somebody who's working for the federal government somehow is less than somebody working in the private sector. If they're doing a good job and carrying out an important function, we should praise them. Historically, it's been the private sector that drove the economy, but it was also a whole bunch of really great work done by agricultural extension workers and engineers at NASA and researchers at our labs that helped to create the platform and the wealth that we enjoy. And so this whole idea that somehow government's the enemy or the problem is just not true. Now, are there programs that the government does that are a waste of money or aren't working as well as there should be? Of course. But I tell you, if you work in any company in America, big company, you know, you'll find some things that they're doing that aren't all that efficient either. Are there some federal workers who do boneheaded things? Absolutely. My job as president, working with Congress, is to make sure taxpayer dollars are spent wisely and efficiently. We shouldn't be wasting a dime. And where we see waste, where we see things not working the way they should, like recently, these long waits for folks trying to get in the VA healthcare program, we've got to crack down and we've got to reform it. And sometimes the news that's being reported on is really important. I mean, what's happening in Iraq is relevant. But sometimes the news that's coming off is just, these are just Washington fights. They're fabricated issues, they're phony scandals that are generated. Just because it's not reported in the news, I don't want you to think that I'm not fighting for you. And I'm not always going to get it done as fast as I want, because right now we got a Congress that's dysfunctional. I'll be honest with you, you got a party on the other side whose only rationale, motivation seems to be opposing me.